Hello everybody, welcome to yoga with me, Marina White Raven. So let us begin with the bell. Great to have you here. We're going to start with standing. So find your mat, find your area. Let's take a deep breath in through nostrils. Squeeze the shoulders up by the ears, hold, and then out through the mouth. And again. And then out through the mouth. Let's do one more of those. Good. Just roll those shoulders back. Let's open up those wings. So get the knees to join in a little bit as well so they can bend as your shoulders come down. Opening up. And you might find your elbows starting to lift as the wings start to open up. So breathing in. Lift the elbows. Finally, the whole arm is coming up higher and higher. Breathing in and breathing out. Yeah. Open the chest. Look up to where your hands are going. Stay involved with what you're doing. One more. Good. Let's go forwards now with the arms. With the breath. Breathing in as you lift up. Don't forget your knees. Let them join in so it stops them from locking up. Breathing in and out through the nostrils. Big circles. One more. Good. And take the feet apart a little bit. Let's just have the knees nice and bent. And let the arms swing side to side, nice and heavy. So the elbows and the shoulders are loose. And we can even let the body swing with that a little bit. Just enjoying that, giving weight. And if you want to, we can do a big circle. So, whoa, over a bit slower. And then let's try the other way. And then over, watching the hands where they go. Let's do a couple more. So really heavy arms. And then over. Yeah. And then the other way. Just using a bit of momentum. Good. Just slow that down a little bit. Let's just get the wrists involved a little bit. So rotating the wrists. It's also good just to tune in with your body. Pay attention to all these parts of the body we normally don't even think about. So think about your wrists. Draw big circles with the fingers. And then maybe change direction. How does that feel? Changing direction with the hands. Keeping breathing in and out through the nostrils. Keeping some of your attention on your breath. Good. And then we're just going to oil the joints a little bit. So standing on the left foot. Maybe bend the knee a little bit. And then we're just going to flex that right foot back and forth. So drawing the toe up and then pointing the toe. Yeah, giving the front of the foot a little bit of length. And don't forget to breathe. Let's rotate that ankle now. Rotating. If this is testing your balance. You can always change feet, but see if you can stay with it. You can always hold on to a piece of furniture as well. And then the other way with that circle. Imagine you're drawing a big circle with your big toe. And let's change feet. So ground that right foot down. We'll flex the ankle of the left foot, taking it up and down. Yeah, very important, these joints, and sometimes they get forgotten. We're focusing on the bigger parts of the body. But everything is connected. We're all connected. Every part of our body is connected. Let's rotate that ankle. Might be a few little clicks and pops to begin with. But you'll find with the movement that maybe it starts to soften a little bit and get a bit more fluid. And that's great. Change legs again. Let's get the knee limbered. Great to give just a bit of weight to that joint, just so it can free up a little bit. Give it a bit of freedom. And then we'll see if we can get the whole hip going by swinging the leg back and forth. You might even want to take that foot in front and behind just to get a bit of freedom in the whole of that joint, and also test your balance. Try not to grip the ground with the toes. And it's also a little bit of work for the standing leg. So shift the weight onto the right foot now. Let's just swing. We've already done the ankle, so we're just coming into the knee. So giving the weight to the lower part of the leg and just swinging the lower part of the leg so the knee can just loosen up. We're just loosening and oiling the joints, and then the whole of the hip. So we're getting that leg swing. Your foot might brush the floor, but stand tall through the right, and you might find that you get a lot of movement in the left hip. And then if you want to, you can bring it in front. So you're drawing a big circle with the left leg. And behind. It's a bit more challenge for the balance. So keep your eyes fixed on something still. And keep breathing in and out through the nostrils. Most important that we keep breathing and pay attention to our breath. And then come to a stop. For some release, breath. So standing with the feet, hips width apart, breathing in, lift the arms up to the ceiling, look up and then out through the mouth. Everything comes out, the whole of the upper body is nice and heavy. And again, fresh new in-breath, extend up to the ceiling and then out. So empty everything out on that. Good. And you can do this as many times as you want, but really fill up on that inhale, extend up to the ceiling and then empty out everything, make it vocal. Ha is a ha sound. One more. Let it all go. Warm the legs up a little bit. So take the hands to the hips and let's just bring the heel to the backside. So you're kicking yourself in the backside. See if you can make contact. There. Okay, breathe in and out through the nostrils. You can, while you're doing this, you can free up tension in your face and jaw by smiling. Why not? And now lifting the knees high, lift them really up to the chest. And you can do that quite quickly, warming up, limbering up, without realising it. You know, you're warming up the body and getting everything going and getting everything moving. And out to the side. Really important, this limbering, warming. So the body's ready. It's like, come on body, let's get moving. And you feel much more energised at the end as well. And then we might as well do the Tai Chi twist, one of my favourites. So feet a nice distance apart. And we're just going to twist the body, let the arms be really heavy and floppy. Knees are bent. And you can turn to look right behind you, getting a bit of a twist in the body. Bending the knees as you face forward. So make it really free. Loosening everything. Let the arms swing heavily. So we're smacking the backs of the hands into the lower back. But the spine is staying upright. We're not flopping forwards with the spine. That's staying upright. Good. And slowly come to a stop. Let the arms slowly come to a stop. And then we're just going to pummel the lower back, that whole area. Give it a bit of a wake up. Yeah. And go right down and right up. And then we'll just rub the knuckles either side of the spine. Yes, let's get the energy up. Get that prana rising. Feels good, right? Yeah. And then another bit of energy work. Let's pummel the chest with the fingers or soft fists. So it's just brightening and waking everything up. I'm going right down to the sternum there. There's a really key points here for the energy system. And then another one here. You place your first finger and your thumb just below the collarbone here. There's two little dips. And you just get that into there and just give that a little rub. And keep breathing. Keep the rest of the body relaxed. Good. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. So we're going to come into a standing posture. Now our body's all warmed up and we're more lively. We're going to stand at the back of a mat. We're going to do all the warriors today. Yes. So feet are in a little V shape. The heels are a space between them. Body is upright, bright and lively. Then step forward first of all with the right foot. So put the weight onto the left foot, big step forward onto the right foot. Now square the hips, so you're bringing that right hip back and taking the left hip forward. Keep lifting the chest and keep tucking the tailbone in, or pointing the tailbone down is more accurate. So the abdominals are strong there. Now as you breathe in, you're going to lift the arms up, palms together, arms back, so you, out of your eye line really. They should be back by the ears. And as you breathe out, you're going to bend into that right knee. Keep extending up with those hands, but keep the shoulders down. There's a lot going on in this. Keep the chest lifted, but don't let the belly push out. You want to try and keep that tucked in. Keep taking that right hip back and pushing the left hip forward with a strong left buttock. Also check that your knee is just hovering above the ankle. If you want to, you can take the hands, take the eyes to look up at the hands. Palms together above the head there. Fingers pointing directly up. Keep pushing into that back heel. Breathe. Come up on the in-breath, lower the arms on the out-breath, and we're going to do a forward bend over this straight leg. So you can take your hands to your hips, or if you feel a bit tender in your back, you can take the hands to the lower back, pointing the hands down, or if you're feeling strong, you can come in with an extension. So breathing in, and then whatever you're doing, straight back as you come forward, soft front knee, all the way down, and make contact with the ground. So you might need to bend your knee to do that. You might need to have some blocks or cushions to do that. And then when you're there, think about lengthening this front leg. Rather than straightening it and trying to push that knee back, you're going to push into the right big toe, into the ground, as if you want to make a big dent in the earth. And then the other way, the right hip is lifting up into the sky. These 2 points are moving away from each other. And then keep looking down at the toe rather than looking down at the knee. So your back is still nice and straight. Lengthening the right leg. Keep breathing deeply. Dig deeply with the breath. Breathing in and breathing out really long. Now we're going to come out, so bend into that right knee, and you can just walk your hands up the leg nice and easy. Bend into the right knee and bring yourself back to the back of the mat. Give the legs a shake. So we're going to come forward onto the other foot now. So put the weight into the right foot. Take a big step forward with the left. Big warrior step. Now square the hips so they're pointing forwards, both of them. So if you were drawing a line out from your belly button, it would be going forwards rather than going out to the side. So to do that, you really need to take that right hip forward, pushing into that right heel. Breathing in, lift the arms up. This time we'll have some space between the hands. If there was a football there or something. And as you breathe out, you're going to bend into the left knee. As that left knee comes forward, don't forget to take some effort, some pushing into that back foot, the right heel there. So you're lifting up the arms. You're keeping the tummy tucked in. You're pointing the tailbone down. You're strong in the legs. And imagine, or try and see if you can feel the evenness of the weight between the feet. Lifting the chest all the time, lengthening through the torso, and taking the groin down to the floor. So it's even, it's balanced. Good. And even see if you can smile during this warrior. Come up on the in-breath, lower the arms on the out-breath. Good. Now we're going to come into the forward bend over the left leg. So take your choice, hands on the lower back, hands on the hips, arms extended up. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, soften the front knee slightly. All the way down as you breathe out. Make contact with the ground or cushions or blocks. So once you've made contact, keep looking at those big toes with your eyes. And then you're lengthening the left leg. Think of lengthening. So you're pushing the big toe into the ground and the left hip is reaching up into the sky. And your body is just relaxing down over your leg. Imagine that that's what's happening. With every out breath, you're softening and creating space. Good. Now bend into the left knee and just walk the hands back up the leg. Bend into the left knee and bring yourself back to the back of the mat. Give the legs a little shake. Yeah, that's a strong one to start. So we're going to come into a restorative posture. My favourite, the ragdoll. This is a champion posture. So we start with the knees nice and soft, bent a little bit, and just start to feel the weight of the head. So the chin comes to the chest, the hands are on the thighs. You're breathing nice and easily and feeling the weight of the head pulling you down. Knees are bent, arms are heavy. Really let everything melt into the floor. So you can just let your hands be heavy there and just totally soft. If you like, you can hold on to your elbows. Of course, you can always rest your elbows on your knees. Or, you also have the option of leaning on some furniture if that's available and you feel better doing that. And make sure you focus on your breath and releasing. So breathe in through the nostrils and sigh out through the mouth. And just keep doing that. Check your knees are bent so that your back can really release. See if you can feel the space you're creating in your back just by giving the weight to the ground. Breathing in through the nostrils, sighing out through the mouth. Now feel that sunshine on the base of your spine, that warmth that is just waking you up, like the warmth of the sun waking up the flowers. And it's just easy, it's just natural that that's travelling up through your spine. This energy is travelling up and lifting you up so easily until the sun shines in your heart and in your chest and the shoulders just sink down, chest is open, face is open, everything is open and filled with energy. Yeah, standing tall. So some more warriors rather than warriors. So let's stand at the front of the mat now for warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Just catch your breath. Good. Take the weight onto the left foot and take a big step back with the right foot. Big step. See if that's getting easier now. Just checking the angle of that back foot, pointing it slightly forwards. Square the hips to the long edge of the mat. Breathe in, lift the arms up. Breathing out, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Breathing in, extend between the fingertips. Breathing out, look down that left arm, bending into the left knee, just checking it's going in line with your toes. And then also keeping that real effort into pushing into that back foot, the very back edge of that back foot. Check down the back arm, the right arm. Make sure it's not dropping down. Keep that extension between the fingers. Arms are strong, shoulders are down, neck is long like a swan, and you're looking down that left arm with openness, determination. Yeah, it's not tense, but it's got some power in it. Checking your hips are really open, that knee isn't collapsed inwards. You're lifting your chest, tummy is strong. Everything is extending away from the center. This belly, this power. This is all the power that's in the belly. Draw up your pelvic floor or Mula Bandha and just feel that extra bit of power that's there. Come up on the in-breath. Lower the arms on the out-breath. Bend into the right knee and bring yourself back to the front of the mat. Good work. Take a moment there. Take the weight onto the right foot. And we're going to take a big step back with the left foot. Big step. Good. Check your feet position. Hips are aligned with the long edge of the mat. Breathe in. Lift up the chest. Breathing out. Bring the arms down to shoulder height. Breathing in. Expand. Breathing out. Look down the right arm. Right knee is bending in line with the toes. At the same time, pushing into that back foot. Real effort, as if you want to make a real strong footprint in the back foot. You'll probably see there will be a footprint on your mat. Shoulders down, chest lifted, tummy is strong, lower back here is strong, so you're pointing your tailbone down. There's a bit of effort here in this left buttock, it's holding that left hip back. And then just sinking down a little deeper. Check down the back arm, making sure it's strong. Shoulders are down. So it's expanding. Good. Come up on the in-breath. Lower the arms on the out-breath. Bend into the left knee and bring yourself back to the front of the mat. Good. Breathe. Let's just connect with our breath and our body. So, standing with the hands in the prayer position, feet to hips width apart, parallel feet. Breathing in, lift the arms up. Palms come together, turn the palms, breathing out, hands coming down, palms coming downwards. So on the inhale, they're going to lift up, off the heels, they're coming up onto the toes, extending up. And as you breathe out, the palms are coming down, the heels are returning back down to the earth. Inhale, lifting up. Do this in time with your breath. But really stretch up, push up off the toes, and coming back down. Those of you who are finding this a bit difficult, you can always do this holding onto a chair. We did this in the chair yoga the other day. Breathing in and breathing out. But really feel that inspiration, that uplift from the inhale. And feel your arms are getting pulled up. And as you breathe out, feel your heels are just slowly coming back down to the earth and sinking the feet into the ground. One more. Nice big inhale, inspiration, uplift, length, and exhaling, returning to the earth, coming back into the body, heels into the earth. Feel your whole body from the soles of the feet to the top of the head. Reconnected. So that goes nicely with that. We've got Peaceful Warrior. So again, standing to the front of your mat, feet hips width apart, feet parallel. Stand nice and tall. Take the weight into the left foot. Taking a big step back with the right foot, big step. Check your feet so that right foot is pointing slightly forwards, not at a right angle. Strong here in the belly and in the back. Breathing in, lift the arms up. Breathing out, arms coming down to shoulder height. Breathing in, expand between the fingers. So we're starting the same as Warrior 2 we just did, and then bending into that left knee as you breathe out. Now this is where it changes a bit, so breathe in preparation, and then breathing out, reaching back with the right arm as far as you can, then down, straight arm, and let it land on the leg. Take hold of that back leg, and at the same time, make sure this front knee isn't losing the bend. Reach up with the left hand, turn the palm to face backwards, and reach over the body. So getting this big, beautiful curve from that left hip right up to the left fingertips. Keep that bend in the front knee if you can. You can lean strongly onto that back leg because it is strong. You're pushing strongly into the earth with that right foot. And looking up at the ceiling of your neck allows you to do that. Come up on the in-breath, back to the warrior. Sink down into the warrior on the out-breath. Come up on the in-breath. Lower the arms on the out-breath. Bend into that right knee to spring yourself back to the front of the mat. Good. Give the legs a little shake. Changing sides. Weight onto the right foot. And take a big step back with the left. You might want to shuffle them a bit wider if you're feeling you're getting a bit more flexibility there. So breathe in, lift the arms up, lift the chest. Breathing out, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Breathing in. Chest is wide, breathing out, bending into that right knee. It's hovering above the ankle, pushing back into that back foot, strong back leg. Breathe in. On the out breath, reaching back with that left hand and down. Reaching up with the right hand and over the body. The palm is facing down towards the ground and imagining you're trying to reach the back of the mat. Okay, looking up at the ceiling or the sky if you're outside. Some people are on their balconies. Good. Breathe deeply. Feel the space that you are creating in your body. Use the inhale to come back to warrior and the exhale sinking down into warrior. Inhaling, coming back up. Exhaling, lowering the arms down. Bend into the left knee and bring yourself back to the front of the mat. Ooh, strong warriors. So hips are going to want a little bit of a release now, so we're going to come into a squat. So bending down, checking that you're comfortable, just alter the angle of your feet to make it comfortable for you. And just let your body fall between your knees, making sure the knees are going in the same direction as your toes. Don't forget, if your heels are lifted, to place cushions or blocks underneath them. Otherwise it won't feel very comfortable or restorative. Let your head hang forwards. So relax the neck here. Breathe into the nostrils. Sigh out through the mouth. Bring some freedom into those hips. Good. If you want to now, those of you who want to, you can just make this prayer position with the hands, just pressing those elbows into the knees. If you feel like you want to get a little bit more openness in the hips, or just to practice this position. And then we're going to take the hands to the ground, push up into a ragdoll position. Knees are bent, don't forget. Body's hanging forwards. Relax the neck and the head. Breathe in through the nostrils. Sigh out through the mouth. Slowly, slowly unfurl. Keep breathing in and out the whole time as you slowly come up. See if you can leave your knees bent until the very last moment, rolling up through the spine, coming to standing. Yeah. Good. Breathe in through the nostrils. Sigh out through the mouth. Good. So, Warrior 3. This is our balance today. And we're going to take a small step forward onto our right foot and put all the weight into that right foot. Lift the toes and place that right foot down. Take all your weight into that foot, and as you start to take your weight into that foot, you feel your body is leaning forwards. If you need something to hold on to or a wall, you can get up close to a wall. And try and think about your hips being level. Don't let that hip lift up, the left hip lift up here. And as you start to lift the back leg up, you can have the toe pointed or the heel pushing out. The hand position here, you can either, like I like to do, is interlink the thumbs, or you can interlink the fingers, have the hands together, or have the hands apart. Any of those is fine. But try and really stay strong. Keep the hips level. Dare yourself to lean a bit further forward. And the most important thing here is extend. So that toe is pointing back, or the heel is pushing back, and I'm extending my arms forwards. I'm just looking down at the ground here. And breathe deeply. One more breath in and out. And then slowly release, lower the leg down. Yeah, strong. Should be getting some rosy cheeks from that position. Okay. Other side. So this time we're going to step onto the left foot. Take some time to really spread your foot out. It's like with the tree balance. You imagine there's roots going down from the sole of the foot. So you're really connected with the earth. And then you're going to start to lean the body forwards and start to lift the back leg. As I said, choose your foot position. I like this pointing with the toe because it really feels like it helps me exaggerate that extension back. Lifting the leg as high as you can so that buttock is getting some work in the lower back, and extend the arms forward however you wish. Looking down at the ground, the neck is in line with this spine. Breathe, dig deep, try not to grip with the toes. Extend the toe back, extend the arms forward. Make the effort. Breathe deeply. One more breath in. And lower down slowly. Give everything a little bit of a shake. So, just lift the shoulders up and roll them back a few times. Keep the knees nice and soft. Good. Okay. Just standing now in Tadasana, mountain posture. So feet are hips width apart, feet are parallel. It's almost like the outside edges of the feet are parallel, so just focus on that a little bit. Good. Find your feet. Let's take all the weight into the right foot. Let's take a bit of time on this Tadasana, this mountain. Put all the weight into the right foot. See how that feels. And then see if you can very slowly transition the weight from the right foot into the left foot. This is really interesting. If you really, deepen your curiosity in the detail of this, because then you start to get a lot more refined feeling for the feet and the body. And also a feeling of your sense of balance, everything that has to happen to just stand. Then take the weight forwards bring the weight back into both feet, and take the weight forward into the toes. Lean right into the toes, as far forward as you dare. You might even want to bring the heels off the ground. And then send the weight through the foot, going right back into the heels, lifting the toes. Take the weight right back. Exploring how the foot works in terms of balance and connection to the ground. Good. And now just take the weight into both feet evenly and try and make the weight even across both soles of the feet from front to back. Knees are soft so you can feel your feet. If you lock your knees, you're disconnected from your feet and the whole of your leg actually. So make sure you keep softening those knees. So lift the toes, place them down, feel the feet are spreading out on the ground. And feel that connection between your feet and the ground. Soft knees. Think about the position of your pelvis. So just exaggerate that by just tilting it back and forth, and to find that lovely central point where you're pointing the tailbone down, you can feel a bit of tone in the abdomen. And then you've got a lovely firm base here. There's like a band that is holding this nice and gently together. And then think about the sternum lifting up, lengthening the whole front of the body, and then the shoulders sinking down back away from that. Almost like the fingers are wanting to reach down to the ground. The head is on top of the body, not forwards. The chin is slightly tucked in, back of the neck is long. So have that feeling of how does it feel when you just tuck the chin in slightly so that you can extend, lift the back of the neck. It feels really good. It feels like, wow, I've got an extra bit of height here. And just feel that in its exaggerated form and then just let it soften a little bit. Just checking from the soles of the feet up, closing the eyes. Feel the whole of your body. Feel yourself like the mountain, Tadasana. And just breathing nice and easily through the nostrils, in and out through the nostrils. Everything is alive. Everything is connected. And you are the center of your universe. Feel yourself. Everything is moving around you. This is your experience, which is totally unique. Your expression is totally unique. Good. And just let that all soften and relax. Open your eyes and breathe. So we're going to do a few sun salutes, half sun salutes. And we're still standing in with your feet hips width apart. So I'll make sure I've got a bit of space here. So as you breathe in, you're going to lift the arms up the head, look up to where your hands are, turn the palms to come down, knees are slightly soft and bent, leading with the chest and the face, and the fingers come to the ground, look down at the toes and the fingers. Now straighten the legs, take the hands to the shins below the knees, push off the legs, take the chest forward so the back is straight, the legs are straight and the arms are straight, look forwards, and then you forward bend with the straight legs, reaching the hands to the ground, looking down at the toes. Bend the knees a lot so that you're pushing up through the feet as you inhale. Lift the gaze, lift the hands long and tall, and breathing out, arms are coming down. Good. Breathing in, lift the arms up, look up. Breathing out, bend the knees, take the chest forward, take the face forward, fingertips touch the ground. Breathing in, look forwards, hands on the shins, just below the knees. And breathing out, forward bend, legs are straight, bend the knees a lot. breathing in all the way up. Inhale, look up, breathing out. Arms are coming down, palms are going down. Inhale, look up, lift up the hands, bring them together. Breathing out, bend the knees, the chest and the face is coming forwards, belly is strong, fingertips come to the ground. Breathing in, you're pushing off the legs, look forward, straight arms, back legs, and forward bend, straight legs. Bend the knees a lot, breathing in, push up through the feet. Inhale, look up, lengthen, breathe out, release, come back down to the earth. Breathing in all the way up. Breathing out, bend the knees, face is coming forwards, chest is coming forwards, hands come to the ground. Breathing in, straighten the legs, arms back, look forwards, chest is coming forwards. Breathe out, forward bend. Bend the knees a lot, breathing in all the way up. Inhaling, we're going to do one more. Breathing in all the way up. Look up, breathing out, bend the knees, chest is coming forwards, fingertips touch the ground. Breathing in, look forward, straight arms, back, legs, forward bend, hands come to the ground. Bend the knees a lot, breathing in, last time up, reach up and breathe out, arms come down. Good. Let's bring the hands together in the heart center, keep the knees soft, feel your connection with your feet in the ground. Breathe in and breathe out, just settle a moment. And feel your body, feel your breath. Notice where your mind is. And we're just going to come into the gratitude moment with the breath and the body. So we're bringing everything together. So as you breathe in, you lift the arms up, you bring the palms together, look up, and then you bring the hands to the heart center. Very simple little practice. Breathing in, lifting the hands up. Look up to where your hands are going. Keep your mind involved. Be curious and interested in yourself. Palms are coming up, lifting up, and bring to mind, what do I feel grateful for today? Let's do 3 of these, yeah? That was 1. Next time, another thing I feel grateful for. Really feel that in your body. What is the feeling of that thing you feel grateful for? Recreate the sensation that comes into your body, wherever that is in your body, when you feel gratitude. And then we'll maybe think about, what do I need today? What do I want? What does my heart desire? Reaching up and bringing that into the heart, connecting with your heart. What does my heart cry out for? What is my heart yearning for? What a beautiful word. Yearning, to yearn, yeah. What do I yearn for? 1 more. Reaching out, expanding into the universe and drawing that universe back into your heart center. Let your hands rest at your heart center, the thumbs making a connection with the heart center. Standing. Let your breath settle. Close your eyes. So just sealing that little practice. Feeling all those feelings. Feeling your heart. How does my heart feel? I would love to know how your heart feels. Please feel free after this session to let me know. I'm always interested to know the impact of the practice, and let the hands drop. Good. So we're going to come down to the ground, but first of all, we'll just do one more thing with the legs. Chair posture. Yeah, it's a strong one for legs. We've worked the legs strong today, but I am having a day off tomorrow, but you can always watch some other videos. So, breathing in, lift the arms up, coming up above the head, straight line, extend. As you breathe out, strong belly. The first thing that happens, you start to stick your bottom out, is your belly will get strong. That's the idea anyway. And you're sitting the bottom back, you're extending the arms forward, you're keeping your neck in line with your arms, so you're looking down at the ground rather than looking up at the hands. And you're sinking the bottom back, making sure the knees are staying a steady distance apart. And then you're going to come up on the in-breath. Lower the arms on the out-breath. Good. Now we're just going to come into a slow squat. So bring the arms forward, breathing in. Take the shoulders back. Chest is proud. And breathing out. Sink down again. using a strong belly and extending the arms forward to counterbalance. Keep breathing in and out the whole time. Challenge yourself until you can't go any further. Take the hands behind you. Extend the legs out in front of you. Bounce the knees up and down. Breathe. Yeah, feels good to do that. Okay. Seated forward bend. We're going to do a slight variation. So you're going to bend the right knee and take it out to the right side. The inside of that right foot on the inside of the thigh there. If your knee is very high here, then you just place a cushion underneath that knee. Okay. That's to do with if your hips aren't so open. Really pad that up, however many cushions or blocks you need, so you can be comfortable. Okay. So we're going to take the right hand onto the outside of the left knee and take the left hand behind you. So it's going to, hopefully the forearm, the inside of the forearm can connect with your lower back or be close to your body anyway. Breathing in, lengthen up through the spine, lift the chest, shoulders down. As you breathe out, think about your left ribs coming around to your left shoulder is wanting to turn to the left, and the head, staying on top of the body, is just turning to look around behind you. Every inhale, lifting and lengthening up through the spine. Every exhale, you're just seeing if there's a bit more space for you to move into, to twist into. Let's just stay here for one more breath, lengthening on the inhale and twisting a little deeper on the exhale. One more breath in and untwist to the front. Good. So the forward bend. Let's do this by lifting up the arms, extending the fingers to the ceiling, then looking at the hands as the hands come forward. Try not to hunch the shoulders forward. If you're coming into this hunched, it's not very pretty. Much nicer to let the arms just rest on the legs with the chest leading, the shoulders back, looking at the big toes, the big toe, all the toes. Wiggle your toes. Good. The chest is coming forwards here. You're not bringing your head down to your knee. You're continually taking the chest forward, taking the body forward. Imagine your base of your spine is wanting to work back, or your sitting bones are wanting to work back to the wall behind you, and the chest is wanting to go forwards. Breathe in, lengthen, come up a little bit. Breathe out. Forward bend. Breathe deeply. Extend your out breath. Now just walk the hands back up the leg or on the ground. Lift the right knee, bend the left knee, and just lean onto your knees, hug your knees. Rest your face onto your knees. Hug your knees. Breathing in through the nostrils, sighing out through the mouth. Good. And release. Extend that right leg out. Toes pointing towards the ceiling, and then let that left knee fall down to the left. Don't forget to put a cushion underneath that knee if it's hovering high in the air there. So let's take the right hand behind. It could be on the fingertips or it could be onto the hand there, and the left hand on the outside of that knee. So looking at the toes to begin with. Breathe in, lift the chest. Shoulders down, breathing out. The right ribs are wanting to move around to the right. The right shoulder is wanting to pull back around to the right. Even then your head and your neck are wanting to turn around, but it's not leaning forwards. Try and keep the head on top of the body, shoulders down. Even the eyes and the nose want to look behind you, but we're not forcing. This is why every in-breath we're lengthening. Really focus a lot more on the length. And you'll feel that you have to work quite hard through the middle section of the body to maintain that lift. And twisting a little deeper or moving into the space as you breathe out. One more breath in. Arm twist to the front. Beautiful, twisting, invigorating for the spine. So now, lifting up the arms. Look up at the back of the hands. As you breathe in, as you breathe out, just look at the back of the hand. Don't worry about where you're going to land, and let the hands just land down without thrusting the shoulders forward. It's the chest that wants to lead, okay? The chest. Imagine a big eye in the middle of your chest, and it wants to look at the toes. This is a really good way of thinking about it. Hands on the ground or on the leg, whichever you prefer. Breathing in, lift and lengthen away from the leg. And breathing out, release. As with any of the postures, particularly this forward bends, I think it's about learning about the breath. The exhale is where you're going to find that space, and the body will give you some space. And the more often I put myself in this position, then the body is more likely to remember it the next time and give me more space. Take your attention into the areas that are feeling tight and just tell the body, ask the body, just let go with that out breath. Like you're talking to the body with the out breath. Breathe in, long, slow breath out. Now just walk the hands back up the leg or on the ground. Lift the left knee up, lift the right knee up, hug the knees to the body. Let the head just fall onto the knees, hug the knees. So you're opening across the back. Breathe into the nostrils and sigh out to the mouth. Let's just make this little cosmic egg because it's nice and it just seems obvious. It's fun. So just hugging those knees close together, close to your, hugging the thighs close to your body, but also pushing the body towards the thighs. So we've got this lovely central point, and either having the toes just on the floor, or if you can just find that balance point so you can lift the toes off the floor, wherever you're at, keep working. And chest is lifted, shoulders are back. Breathe. Good. So now we're going to take the legs wide. So you might need to sit on a cushion or a block. Take the legs wide apart. Please do sit on a cushion. This feels, because otherwise, if you're all kind of bent forward, you'll need to sit on a block or cushion so that you can sit up straight. Don't take the legs too wide. These are very delicate, these little tendons here in the inside thighs. We don't want to overstretch those. So we're just going to take the feet wide apart with the toes pointing towards the ceiling. And see if you can get your hands to connect with the ground. And I'm going to turn towards the right leg, just to see how that feels. Maybe take the hand, might be just on the fingertips, take the hands either side of that leg. Chest is pointing towards that right foot. You know what's going to happen. You're just going to see how far forward you can walk your hands. You can walk on your leg, or you can walk on the ground either side, whatever feels better to you. Don't overdo it. Just go as far as you can go. Find your point of discomfort, not pain, and then breathe it out. So just go however you feel you can go to. Breathe out. And then we're going to come back to the middle. And I'm going to move over and turn towards the left leg outstretched. Try to get the chest to look up at the toes. The toes are pointing towards the ceiling. Breathe in, lengthen up through the spine, and the chest is wanting to come forwards. Walking the hands down the leg or on the ground, either side, as far as you can go without pain or force. Just find your point of discomfort and then release. Try and make sure the other foot is still pointing up. It might just want to fall down to the side, but see if you can keep both the toes, both sets of toes on both feet pointing up to the ceiling. And then walk the hands back up, come to the center, and see if how far you can take your hands to. Wherever you can go to, just try to accept where you're getting to, and know that next time you come into the posture, your body will remember it and you'll be able to go a little bit further. But the chest is coming forwards all the time. Keep the toes pointing towards the ceiling. Good. And then walk the hands back together Now we're just going to bring the legs together, hug the knees once more, breathing in, breathing out. So let's just extend the legs away from us. Extend the fingers towards the toes. Let's slowly lay the body down. We've got just a last couple of things. Really working those abdominals. They've worked quite hard today. And then just let the body lie down, arms away from the body. Let's lie in Shavasana for a few moments. Or if your back is complaining in this position, you always have the option to lie in semi-supine with the knees bent, feet on the floor, and just let the knees fall together. It's actually a very restful posture to do this. And even placing the hands on the body where it needs to go. Otherwise, in Shavasana, if your chin is up high here when you're lying on the ground because of the position of your neck, then you need to put your head on a pillow, a cushion or a block. If you can keep your chin slightly tucked in, so the back of the neck is long, then you can keep your head on the ground. Close the eyes for a moment. Breathe in through your nostrils and sigh out through your mouth. So just give yourself a moment of stillness. Feel your breath, feel your body. Feel your body on the ground. So you're feeling the weight of the body, the arms and legs on the ground, just for this moment. Giving yourself a few moments to restore. And then bend the left knee, and then bend the right knee, and hug both the knees to the chest. And just rock gently side to side. Doesn't that feel good? My back feels good doing this. After all those warriors, yeah. Good work, everybody. Well done. Really, really great. And then just put the soles of the feet on the ground. Remember to try and get the heels as close to your buttocks as they can. And the space between the feet is about hips width apart, and your feet are parallel. Palms flat down either side, chin tucked in tightly to the chest. On the inhale, you're lifting the hips up as high as you can, opening the front of the hips and lowering down, slowly rolling down the spine on the exhale. Just enjoy that movement. Inhaling. Just bringing ease into the spinal column. Keep the breath coming in and out through the nostrils. If you're familiar with the Ujjayi breath, or sometimes called ocean breath because it sounds like the ocean, you can do that. You can do that anytime in your practice. It's very good for controlling the flow of air, slowing it down so you don't get so out of breath. And also for keeping ourselves calm. This is what this controlling this breath as it comes in and out. Lengthening and slowing down the breath. So keep the whole of your attention just on lifting up the hips, pushing into the feet, pushing into the backs of the arms, opening up the front of the body as you inhale and rolling down from the top of the back, rolling down until the base of the spine meets the ground, then we roll up again. So we're really slowing this whole thing down. Inhaling, opening up the front of the body. The knees are going away from you, the wall opposite. The chest is coming towards the chin. Rolling down. And just roll the spine down. And counterpose by hugging the knees. Yeah, feels good. Let's extend the arms and legs up to the ceiling. Give the legs a stretch, give the arms a stretch. And let's rotate the wrists and the ankles all together now. Enjoy the feeling of the legs being elevated. Good. Hug the knees once more. Place the soles of the feet on the ground. Let the legs slide away. We're just going to lie in Shavasana. Breathe. So I'm going to give you an option now. You can continue to lie in Shavasana here, or if you want to, You can get your legs up the wall, or what's very nice is if you have a chair or if you're near the sofa, just get your, and it's actually nice if you're, it's a harder chair to put a cushion there, just get your legs up onto a surface. This just feels very restful. You'll find this really, give it a try, or you can just stay lying in Shavasana. The arms are away from the body, or you can place your hands on your body where you feel you want that extra bit of comfort. We're going to lie still for a few minutes. So just find the position you want to be in. Put the hands either away from the body, palms facing the ceiling. Make sure the neck is nice and long on the ground. And then placing the hands either on the body or out to the sides. Wherever they feel, you feel the need. Close the eyes. Take your focus inwards. Let's just take a couple of releasing breaths just to release all of that energy. Breathing into the nostrils and out through the mouth. Sigh. Yeah. Breathe into the nostrils and out through the mouth. Just enjoy the feeling of release. Maybe noticing how your body feels now. Noticing the impact of your efforts, the impact of your practice on your body, on your breath, on your mind, on your energy, on your emotional state. Just noticing all those things. Give them a bit of space. Allowing yourself to feel everything as it is. Feel everything as it is. Noticing the thoughts. If they're really busy, just watching them and let them be busy. You don't have to control or do anything at all. Just let go of everything. Breath is now soft and easy. Breath coming in and breath going out. Just coming in and out through the nostrils. You can imagine the breath like the waves of the ocean. So you can feel the breath as you inhale softly. It's coming up through the body as if your body's a beach. And the breath is like an ocean coming up over the whole body. And as you breathe out softly, it's washing down through the whole body and out through the soles of the feet, washing you clean. So as you inhale, it's filling you up, it's covering you. The beautiful sparkling energy of the fresh new wave, and then washing away everything you don't need. But just feel that soft, easy breath. Ebbing and flowing. There's nothing to do here. But watch your breath coming in and going out. Breath is taking care of itself. Feel your body softening. Feel everything easeful. Feel the spaciousness inside your body. And feel the spaciousness outside your body. Everything is expanding and softening. Feel your edges are softening, blurring. You can feel yourself just softening into the earth. Body is just merging with the earth, merging with the sky, merging with the air. Allowing. So, we're going to come back to the day now. Coming to the end of our practice here today. And wherever position you're in, you might want to just hug your knees. You might want to give yourself a full stretch. You might want to just roll onto your side. You might want to just stay exactly where you are. Whatever you want, wherever you are, it's totally fine. Okay. We're just coming towards the end now. Coming back to the day. Let's just rub the legs a little bit. Let's externalize ourselves. Find our outside edge again. We're coming back into ourselves, but still with that softness, that expansive quality. And then rub the palms together vigorously. Create some heat and energy between the hands. And place the hands over the heart center. Now give yourself warmth and energy to your heart center. Close your eyes, feel that space around your heart. Breathe into this area and bring to mind your sankalpa, your intention, your resolve. If you're still lying down, you can do this lying down. This is a positively framed sentence. It might start with something like I am or I can. Create that phrase or sentence and say it to yourself. Say it to yourself with conviction, with meaning, with clarity. And feel it going into that heart space, filling up that heart space. And giving the heart space your warmth, your energy, your attention, your smile. And relax. Namaste. Thank you so much for being with me today. Good to see some friendly faces popping up and some new faces. So welcome. The video is available on YouTube and you can share it with your friends, so please do. And thank you so much. Big gratitude with the whole of my heart for your donations, which are keeping this service going. And I'm enjoying it so much and feeling so connected with you. So enjoy and have a great Saturday. Bye-bye.